In this video I will be making some modifications to a PC that I bought for a friend from eBay. It's a Lenovo M58 if I remember correctly. It has a dual-core 3 GHz CPU. E8400 is the CPU. It has an integrated graphic card, but I will be replacing it with a GeForce 9500 GT. It's a low power graphic card, but for home use, for what he will be doing with this PC, it's good enough and a lot better than the integrated graphic card. So let me try to open this with only one hand, see how it goes. Okay, it has 4 gigabytes of RAM, this PC. It came without a hard drive, so we will be installing 500 gigabytes hard drive, SATA, everything is SATA in here. It has a DVD writer. I really like this kind of PCs because they are very compact, but when you need to access something, everything gets out of the way really easy. A pretty big cooler on the CPU, but I don't like it that this gets really hot, almost can't keep the finger on it when it's running. So I will be using this cooler mounted like this here underneath this hard drive cage. So that will be something that I need to modify. And the motherboard has a place where I can attach this cooler, so no problem there. The 4 gigabytes of RAM, small PCU but enough for this PC. I have to modify the video board because it is a low profile video board, but it has a big bracket, so I have to cut it somewhere and bend it a little bit to make it fit in here. And in the other one I will cut, one moment, one-handed work, it's not really easy when I'm trying not to scratch the motherboard. Okay, I will cut the hole and attach the VGA connector, and that should be about it. I will test it, see how it works. It came with Windows XP and Windows Vista stickers, so I will see. Probably XP will go on this one because everybody hates Vista, including me. Maybe a newer Windows would be better, but for the moment XP, I think it's okay. So I will start working first on the graphics card, and after that on attaching the cooler, something like this, with protection under the hard drive cage to cool the probably north bridge and south bridge, but the north bridge, I think it's getting really hot and I don't like that. And this will also cool the hard drive a little bit by drawing air from this area from under the hard drive and pushing it down. So we see how everything goes. So I've made some progress. The bracket, okay, please focus. The bracket on the video card is now short. I've cut the original one into shape, so it will fit perfectly now. and I did not make the hole for this VGA connector in the original ones. I found another one from an older video card that I had, which had already a perfect hole for this. So it's way easier to just cut it shorter and bend it, and also cut this so I can keep the VGA in the upper part so the wire is long enough, the connector. Then making another hole in this, and also this will be like new in case this video board has to be removed someday, but I don't think it will be, because I'm sure the integrated video board is a lot worse. So next, okay, that's the hard drive, 500 gigabytes Western Digital, green. Next I will put this video board inside and see how that goes. Well, what can I say? This has worked way better than I expected. Those little notches that I cut fit perfectly, and they are really stable, so yes, no way that they can move. This goes like this, and the top part will push on the plastic, so everything is perfectly secured in place. So we will continue with the cooler. So I've advanced a little bit further. I've cut a hole in the plastic, and with some screws I attached the fan and put some glue on all screws, because this probably will make some vibrations, and with time I don't want it to fall on the motherboard with the metal part. That would be really bad. And I've found, I'm hoping, okay, some focus. I found some cracks in the plastic. I don't think I made these cracks. I think they were already there, because this plastic is really easy. Oh, sorry, I just hit the camera. It's really easy to bend without cracking it, so probably somebody pulled on it really hard sometime. So the protections, the protection, not plural, lots of glue all around in case the plastic cracks, although I don't think it will. This should not fall on the motherboard. It will be held in place by the glue, at least for some time, to give the user a chance to shut down the PC when he or she hears weird noises. The video board, and I found on the AMD cooler a really cool 3D logo hologram, and made a separate video with this, because I really think it's a very well made hologram on a pretty cheap AMD cooler. So maybe you are thinking that it's not a great idea to take air from okay, this is sitting or something, it's not really in place. Oh yeah, on the cable, blue cable is not in position, or some other cable is not in position. Come on, I've tested it lots of times and it never hit anything. This is pretty weird. Okay, in the back it was hitting probably this or something, not in the front. So, probably you think it's not a good idea to take the air from the CPU and push it down on the motherboard, but the same air was already passing underneath the hard drive, so the CPU was actually heating up the hard drive. So what's worse than a very hot hard drive? It may even be better for me taking the air down on the motherboard, because the chipset is able to withstand a lot higher temperatures than a hard drive. I shall see. I will test all temperatures and see how it goes. Okay, and I will soon make a quick test with this fan on. So you see it's really noisy at full speed, so probably I will have to use some resistors or diodes. I'm not really sure if that's the correct term in English, to lower the voltage, probably to around 7 volts from 12, and we'll see how it sounds at that voltage. I hope it's a lot better. So this is the noise. It's about as loud as a plane taking off. I will make a test in a second with it powered off, so you can see the difference. The video board is a little bit noisy too, but it's not as annoying as the AMD fan. And probably I will check its temps when, I don't know, playing some really light games and see if I can lower the speed of that cooler too, but I'm not sure because it's a pretty small cooler, it does not have a lot of room here, so probably I can't do anything about that. But this one clearly I will lower its speed. I've tested the PC with everything installed. The graphics card and the chipset are heating up a little bit, but from my experience, if I can hold my fingers on them without getting burnt, they are at about 50 degrees. So that's way better than at least the chipset without this fan. It would be impossible to keep your fingers on it, so it was well above 50 degrees. This CPU isn't heating up almost at all, so practically I'm drawing cool air and pushing it down onto the motherboard, so no problems there. I've made some extra little holes in here just to let air go out even through there if it can, because in the lower part there are no holes in the original case. The protections from back where I modified everything I've put here. They fit very well, and I put just some tape in case something moves so they cannot fall out, but they are stuck really well here, so that's perfect. If my friend will need them, they are here. So now I oiled up this little cooler because it was almost dry. Of course that will not hold, maybe only for a few years, and then it has to be oiled up again, but that's how it goes with this type of coolers. And now I just have to test this fan. I've made a series of 6 diodes with about, from what I know, a voltage drop of 0.6 or 0.7 on each one of them. So at the end, from the 12 volts, I should be left with around 8 volts or something like that. So I hope this fan will be quite silent at 8 volts. After I test it, if it all goes well, I will move this heat shrinking insulator over the end, and this bigger part over all these diodes, so they stay close to the wire and don't get bent or something. And I hope everything will go like planned. It always helps to have some heat shrinking insulation. These are the heat shrinked diodes. The fan is making way less noise now. The airflow is quite okay still. Maybe I could have made it even more silent, but I don't think it's... Oh, come on, focus already. Yeah, my camera doesn't want to focus this time. But it would be pointless if the airflow would be even lower than this, then it will not be able to cool this chipset, so I will let it like this. It will make some noise, not a lot, and it's a usable PC. With the case closed, you almost don't hear it over the other fans. This is the level of noise that the PC is making now. You can see the fan spinning on there. And if I close the case, it's really good. So this will not be bothering anybody. Project completed. I've installed Windows, tested all the temperatures, it is all okay. The graphics card is always below 60 degrees, CPU and chipset below 50 degrees, hard drive below 40 degrees, so it's, what can I say, it's perfect. The rest of the system works really well, no problems. It feels very snappy, loads everything really fast, so a really good PC. A good future upgrade would be an SSD, because from what I can see, the hard drive is the slowest thing in here. But that may be only in the future. So for now, it is finished. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.